Long ago, in the village of Shantipur, lived a wealthy landlord named Hari Narayan. He was unmarried, generous, and deeply respected by the villagers for his kindness. He regularly donated money for weddings of poor girls, helped farmers during droughts, and funded repairs of the village temple and school. However, not everyone admired him for his goodness. Many of his relatives secretly cared more about his wealth than his well-being. Among them were his sister Meera and her husband Raghav. Raghav was an educated but lazy man who disliked hard work. He often complained about his lack of success and blamed others for his failures. Meera, though soft-hearted, was easily influenced by her husband. One evening, Raghav said, "It has been long since we visited your brother. He lives alone. We should go and see him." Meera understood his hidden motive. "Are we going because you care for him?" she asked quietly, "or because we need money again?" Raghav frowned. "He donates half his wealth to strangers. What is wrong if we ask for some? After all, when he is gone, everything will belong to us." The next day, they visited Hari Narayan. He welcomed them warmly and insisted they stay with him. During dinner, he noticed Raghav's worried face and asked, "Is everything all right? Would you like me to recommend you for a job in the city?" Raghav sighed dramatically. "I want to work, but people hesitate when they know I'm your brother-in-law. They think I live on your charity." Hari Narayan thought for a moment and replied kindly, "Then stay here. Help me manage the farm accounts and supervise the workers. I will not treat you like a laborer. You are family." Raghav eagerly agreed, and Meera remained silent. Soon, Raghav began managing the accounts. As he went through the records, he was shocked to see how much money Hari Narayan donated. One day, he whispered angrily to Meera, "He gave 10,000 rupees for a laborer's daughter's wedding. If he keeps donating like this, what will remain for us?" Meera tried to reason. "It is his hard-earned money. We cannot stop him." Raghav's greed grew stronger. "Ask him for your share of the property before he gives everything away." Meera hesitated. "He already offered me my share when we married, but I refused. It would be wrong to ask now." Raghav snapped, "Then you have ruined our future. If he refuses to give us land, we will never be wealthy." Over time, greed blinded him completely. One night, he whispered something terrible to Meera. "If he were not alive, the property would automatically be ours." Meera gasped in horror. "What are you saying? He is my brother." Raghav coldly replied, "You do not need to do anything, just stay silent." But Hari Narayan overheard their conspiracy. The next morning he stood before them calmly and said, "I loved you as my own, yet you planned to kill me for wealth. I need no such family." Without anger, he left the house with only a small bag. Heartbroken and betrayed, Hari Narayan wandered for 3 days without food. Weak and exhausted, he rested under a large banyan tree near a riverbank. Behind the tree sat a wise hermit named Swami Anand, who had been observing him quietly. After some time, the hermit spoke, "Hari Narayan, your body is weak, but your heart remains pure." Hari Narayan was startled. "How do you know my name, Maharaj?" The hermit smiled. "I know your deeds. Your generosity has reached even the forests. But even kindness requires balance. You must take care of yourself, too." He offered Hari Narayan a nourishing meal. After eating gratefully, he said, "You have fed me when I had nothing. Please allow me to repay you." The hermit handed him a simple wooden staff. "This is no ordinary staff. When you are hungry, hold it and ask for food. It will provide only enough to satisfy hunger, nothing more. It is a reward for your good deeds. Use it wisely." Hari Narayan accepted it humbly and continued his journey. On the way, he fell asleep under another tree. Suddenly, a snake slithered near him. A young traveler named Arjun noticed the danger and quickly threw a stone, scaring the snake away. When Hari Narayan awoke, Arjun explained what had happened. "I was on my way to the city to find work. I could not leave you in danger." Touched by his kindness, Hari Narayan said, "You saved my life. I have nothing valuable except this simple magical staff. It can provide food whenever you are hungry. Use it honestly." Arjun's eyes widened. "Anything?" "Only food," Hari Narayan clarified. "It is meant to remove hunger, not create greed." Arjun thanked him and continued his journey. Despite searching, he could not find employment in the crowded city of Nirmalgar. Hungry and discouraged, he remembered the staff. Holding it tightly, he wished for a simple meal. Instantly, delicious food appeared before him. Overjoyed, he ate, and then thought, why not share this with others? He began offering food to hungry laborers and travelers. People praised the quality and taste. Soon, he decided to open a small roadside eatery. Customers happily paid for the meals, and his fame spread quickly. Within months, his modest stall became a bustling restaurant known across the city. However, as profits increased, Arjun's intentions slowly changed. He began using the staff repeatedly to produce large quantities of food without effort. He stopped cooking himself and relied entirely on magic. One evening, Hari Narayan visited the city and heard about the famous eatery. Curious, he went there and recognized Arjun immediately. Arjun welcomed him proudly and said, "Your gift changed my life. I am earning so much money." Hari Narayan observed quietly, "Are you still working hard?" Arjun laughed. "Why work hard when the staff does everything?" Hari Narayan warned gently, "Magic meant to remove hunger should not feed greed. If you misuse it, you may lose its power." Arjun dismissed the warning. Driven by ambition, he expanded his business rapidly. But constant dependence on magic made him careless about his health and responsibilities. He fell seriously ill from stress and exhaustion. Doctors demanded expensive treatment, and he spent most of his savings. Desperate to recover his wealth, he clutched the staff tightly and demanded more food to sell. But the staff suddenly cracked into pieces. No food appeared. At that moment, Hari Narayan visited again. Seeing Arjun's regretful face, he said calmly, "I told you that gifts earned through virtue must be respected. Wealth without effort weakens both body and character." Ashamed, Arjun replied, "You were right. I forgot the purpose of your gift. I will rebuild my life through honest labor." From that day onward, Arjun worked sincerely. He cooked with his own hands, treated customers kindly, and slowly regained his health and reputation. Meanwhile, back in Shantipur, Raghav's greed led him to gambling and reckless spending. Without Hari Narayan's guidance, he lost much of the property. Soon, only a small house and a few acres of land remained. Realizing his mistakes too late, he finally understood the value of honesty and hard work. Years later, Hari Narayan returned to the village. He had found peace in serving others without attachment to wealth. Seeing the changed attitudes of Arjun and even his sister Meera, he forgave them, but chose to live a simple life. In the end, everyone learned that kindness must be accompanied by wisdom, and wealth earned without effort brings only temporary happiness. True prosperity lies in honest work, gratitude, and a heart free from greed.
Trees are growing strong.